So, Callan, we're... What the F? Oh, really?
What is going on? Why is there so much pump faking? Clicking what? Are we getting trolled? I feel like HRNR is like, yeah, we're gonna play Go4lol today, but we really want to troll Raise Your Weapon. Sorry about this. I promise a game will start at some point. Once team hires no reward, you figure out how to not close out of their own game. Alright, here we go. Can this work? Man.
I'm trying to figure out how that's even possible.
I don't know how it's possible. Only they know. Alright. Let's try this again, boys and girls. We're gonna go same bands. And then we're gonna go same first picks. And go from there. By the way, if you are joining us, go check out www.RaiseYourWeapon.com. Has links to all our social media sites. And check out our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We post all our videos to YouTube, usually the next day. So all these games will be on our YouTube by the next day. There's the first pick, Kennen. Kennen, really strong solo laner. I mean, you can play him top, you can play him mid, so he's a very good first picker. And there is Texie. You know what? We need to get Texie in on this ish. Eventually at some point. Call? Yeah. Well, the thing is like, we could have him for pregame and postgame. See, if you were over here and we didn't have the snow thing, we could actually get him in and have him cast with us because we would have both of us over here and then him somewhere else.
That's true. Maybe
it'll melt. If it melts, maybe it'll come get you. Dang it! Don't. Shh! It's not snowing still. I don't believe you. The window's closed. I'm choosing to believe that it's not snowing outside.
Grab the Jeep, man. You come here, cast down here.
But yeah, shout out to Texie from originally from High Risk No Reward. Right now he is working at Riot. He just got a new job at Riot, so he is not allowed to compete in any tournaments. So he's probably going to pick up casting, and hopefully we'll get him in here to cast with us for a few games because he has a good voice and he's a fun guy and he's a good person to have cast with you.
You should check out his house parties.
Yes, he did have a really good going away party. And he has a really nice new apartment. He actually posted pictures of it and it was pretty swank. 30-day free housing in California and it is nice.
So we're going to see the Jungle Maokai, which I believe you're a huge fan of. Is that correct?
I am the biggest fan of Jungle Maokai.
All right. Well, shout outs to Texie on stream. He's going to go apartment hunting, but...
You know, we'll have to. Here, I'll have to get his Skype, and we can use him to chat because we're gonna have a lot of time in between and after games. So we can get him in here. He can tell us about Riot and how awesome it is. Obviously, not telling us about the stuff he can't talk about, NDAs and such. But yeah, Ari Rise. Okay, Maokai. I love Maokai. He's actually my favorite jungler right now. He's when I play, if I can play jungle, I'm playing him. He just has great ganks, especially if you have a Rise or someone on your team with a stun, because that follow-up is so hard to escape out of in lane. And Rise, I love Rise just because you can face roll your keyboard and own people. And late game, he has his damage still stays in there because of his cooldown from his passive. You can actually throw your overload twice back to back, and you can just keep rolling spells out of him.
Because his ability scale with mana, and you can build mana items.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. Is you actually go? I mean, his runes and his items. You just build mana items. You can build tanky. You just build a tanky character. You don't even have to buy AP items, and he's just naturally tanky and a beast.
Karma? What? I think that's the troll. So, could be an Urgot. I don't see why not. Probably, I'm gonna call Vayne. And the picks are locked in. We actually have a misfortune. We're gonna have a Kabam on Amumu. He will be in the jungle.
Yep. And a misfortune. I haven't seen misfortune in a while, so this actually kind of has me a little excited. I wonder if HRNR are they are gamers, so they might try to do something a little unorthodox for their first game, thinking they have some leeway and have a little fun, and go from there. So it'll be interesting to see how they play this out. Tryndamere, though, I've been hearing a lot about Tryndamere not being a fun lane. Although, I mean, what's their bottom lane going to be? Who are they rolling with Sona is what I want to know, because they have two APs and they have Tryndamere. Tryndamere's usually, it looks like Tryndamere's going to be top solo because he has teleport. So that makes me think they might just try to counter with Kennen because he has long range.
Could be Tryndamere mid.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Interesting play from AR.
Throwing Gragas in the bot lane? Oh, man. I have no clue. Gragas is definitely going to be mid. I'm curious about their bot lane.
Yeah. Well, their bot lane, I mean, Kennen, you can play Kennen AD if you really want to. I mean, it's not, you don't have to, but I mean, we're seeing double AP out of high risk no reward as well, so I'm excited to see this. I like really Ahri is really, if you have a good player playing Ahri, it's pretty scary. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Yumachi usually goes top, and Deceptively usually supports. So these guys are definitely playing with a different lineup, like playing outside of their roles. Yeah,
well, I mean, I haven't really seen Soma and Legend Reborn play a lot, so I don't. I mean, I'm sure that they're switching around positions because of that. And, I mean, this isn't their normal, best case scenario lineup, I don't think. But who knows, maybe it is.
I wonder if Hank's actually working. He might be playing on this team later today.
Yeah, I mean, Hank, I wouldn't count on him to wake up at this time, so I'm sure he'll wake up a little bit later, and, he'll be able to show up for the game. Make his grand entrance. I'm just joking. We love Hank here at Raise Your Weapon. So it looks like we got about a minute here. Same thing as I normally see. I mean, they hate the Nidalee. Although no Nocturne, man. I mean, for a while, High Risk No Reward, their thing was they hated Nocturne. They would ban Nocturne all the time because Nocturne was like a bane of their existence. And I guess people haven't been playing him as much lately, maybe, and so they haven't needed to ban him. But using their bans on more popular jungle characters, and that's what we've seen a lot lately, is a lot of bans on jungle characters. I think people have figured out Caston enough now that they're not as scared of him, but Morgana's still a ban. Graves has come back as a popular ban because it's just a really hard AD to deal with in the lane because he's so tanky, and you pair like a Soraka or a Sona with him, and it becomes a really, really ridiculous endeavor.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about banning Tryndamere, and I'm not super scared of Tryndamere. I know he has late game time bomb potential, but
you're not sold on the Tryndamere ban? There's so many hard
counters. I'm not sold on I'm not sold on being scared of Tryndamere. However, we will get an opportunity to see if I'm